or test to +27 84 689 6372. You can be part of this beautiful show. Okay, so whilst we're still waiting to speak to Tiny, we try as much as we can to do other things. So tell me, Yenshe, still on the coronavirus, say opinion bia ferry say ni pane de betu jana, because you have incidents whereby politicians in 24 more parliaments any other, once they get this virus they try to hide their status. But where we are now and other countries, Minister of States, no money or more MPs, ambassadors, they able to come out to say we tested positive. And I don't know what's happening here. Why is our own different?
Then is, I don't know why someone would hide their status if indeed they tested positive for corona.
Mm-hmm.
And things like this makes people doubt whether this whole thing, especially people like us, these are some of the things that will put doubts in our heads, because if there's serious pandemic going on out there and everybody is trying to be as safe as possible and people are even trying to get cure to this whole thing, that is if it is possible. And then if you've been infected, you decide to hide. I don't know why you are hiding, or I don't know why a person would decide to, because at the end of the day, if it's something that is really going to kill you, you are only going to be dying alone. So if indeed you've tested positive, I think you'll be the first person to rush to the hospital and say, guys, I'm dying, And then if there's any help that can be given, you would be given. But imagine you are hiding that you've been infected with corona, and then how do you expect to get help?
Exactly.
That is why some of these things I've always had it at the back of my mind that it probably may not be true. I'm waiting to hear what Tiny has to say, because it's in the news that he's tested positive.
Yeah.
You understand? So if indeed, as I sit here now, I've tested for COVID, I would be wondering, how did I even get it? And I know that there are hospitals and clinics that are fighting this COVID. And one thing I've heard from all medical officers who know a bit about this COVID, they tell us what to do and stay home. In fact, you will go to the hospital and that is where you will just even go and get the thick of COVID. So we've had so many things that one can do should they come in contact with COVID, or things that they have to do, because this disease attacks your immune system.
Yeah.
So rather get things to boost your immune system than going to the hospital. So if you tested COVID, who even diagnosed you? Where did you go? How did you
we have these thermometers around that will tell you.
We've been going to malls and going to public places where there's a huge number of people who are moving up and down, and there's this tester that is testing people. I have never seen anyone that said, I tested you and then I put you aside, like, hey dude, stand aside. We haven't seen that. I don't know if anybody has, but you go to the malls, they point this gun look alike thing to your head, and then everybody is walking past. So where is this whole COVID thing? You understand? And whoever got it, like I'm saying, I'm waiting to hear what Tiny will say, where he got it from, how he got it. That is if he has it. So for me, until I hear or see an image of a patient, I would keep my own theories to myself. I'm not saying I'm doubting there's something out there like that, but all I'm saying is that until I see something that says, okay, this is a person who got infected and this is somebody who got medication that recovered, well, until then I'm just going to believe what I believe.
Okay, until then I'm going to believe what I believe. It is Kwame Fosu and Yeti Nenkano. We try as much as we can to speak to Alecha Tiny to see if whatever we hear in the news. Yeah, the Jabruchi baby, a chichi baby, any war among South Africa money, what the Yetini say, I bear 10 years were and now basic super information super highway and also near Namuanaja. Yeti bina Sikakum Yaginico Quinum, your body be say and Sabeka Tiny na in a natural combo say, the Yeti, a yampana. We also trying to speak to if you papa with all the tidbits in and around the world. But the Ekeka Konwachra or a DJ Ames. DJ Ames, may you so rest in peace. Or Neho ni funeral ne yasna is so topa. Internal communication is very difficult. Say obetimi any abo and komo amaye a tidbits are air consultino Ogusubon home, but if it's not possible, so it be understood. But a lot of stories here to talk about. Miss V also spoke. Said the music industry is a dirty place to be. As our the music industry, it's never a nice place to be. Sana Miss V so aka, and there are so many stories. So Gamrun so I introduce you. Other things that become some somebody become man so na yani Aleche Tiny and so attitude come with what we heard in the news. How true can that story be na and also in a team come medo say dem saka Tiny e wa homa so Tiny.
Yeah, hello.
What is it?
Nyame adomo me ho ye o.
Yeah, yes,
Nyakopon
Adom, yes, so we're doing so fine here. Yeah, who you Coronavirus virus, Neja, we are singing our boss, so and waka you good them, but still you go so down for now, and I make us more and more art industry. I think it's going to be a whole year with no job for you guys unless you try other means. It's so sad. It's so sad to say akwako banisa. But the entire frail war, even before lockdown, Jananka, you were on our bill say, you know, but you come fans are few. The originators of hip life. But hopefully, Nagoponya Doma next week, you be come. Now, enough fry frail one or Nintia money say, information superhighway is one and then you to say our very own Tiny. Aleche Kankpe. Ya baby asia etutu amount for a good demo. Tiny has been tested positive for coronavirus. Yatini say na enye yede enti ye pinchen one opeya. Ewo Ghana had the abo one. No kurebe ne wom has Tiny been tested for coronavirus.
No, I've not tested positive. Been tested coronavirus. Me malaria crime be na coronavirus.
Oh, okay.
Mini coronavirus away.
Okay, Tiny, so tell us where from this story.
I'm home with my family. And the whole story came from my boy. I mean, Nifani. Nifani, the musician Nifani. A friend me said, Ninyun bin opese o feature me waso. And odinyum na send me I check a crash so a friend don't checking on me say, you know, when am I going to do the song for him? That ben amenya right na me jaye ninyum na mano. It's your friend man you didn't come and say, oh, mikra oh, I didn't nyum na chess ana corona na achi ahye dem na. Yeah, quarantine inti na menya time in the jumane manana. Inti agro na me can say, me na me Jesus say, I achi me na enunti don't worry. Jami ameyama.
This is
Radio yes, when I make Katakran, it was on loudspeaker, so my wife was also listening to the conversation. She said, your family friend.
Okay.
So, my wife said, my wife so Jesus said, watching. Which I said, so it was we are joking about it. Or not Facebook said, Mimina.
Apart from some funny conversation now more have you know, and or no cultural Facebook say you've been tested positive for coronavirus.
Yes, UTS. So that is where the problem came from. Into cultural wahono, me krana mi nimo. Into obi screenshot here and nipani sending me no. And I'm friend nipani, my friend back say, hey Charlie, you know say the thing you've done. You do fast and go and delete it because it's a wrong information. And I'll demand for. And yare no so no enya yare papi yare way. I mean you need to do like is some way because of only this virus. Borders nina closely stuff. Companies nina shut it down. So any idea was say you didn't find the agro. So So me no sa agro na I don't just say we should let the world or other people to know say sa na me no to me di agro which I say so you should go and take it off. In time on no delete or no ni page no can na story no ako out that anchor first screenshot that.
Okay, Tiny, so am I to believe say yeah. Am I to believe say Emra will be screenshot so at the Sunday wa or Fred ni funny say when you for near the end no you are not angry at him at all.
Oh no, I wasn't at all. Me just is here and say media houses bloggers need the say on him say bloggers there most of the bloggers are lazy to me. One story then they will take it and everybody will just be using it to create traffic on his page, you understand? And what they do most is negative stories and negative no stories. And I made you say assume say if I control or Facebook or say tiny feature Jesus Christ I want you and Sanswanka among carry story ni say and you know be say you understand? So why say negative there? You people are promoting it. Media houses the breaking news say my testing positive whilst it's not true. You won't common sense per se.
Exactly.
Management.
Exactly what I was about to ask you. Say before this story came out,
it's so bad.
Me and Fred confirm. Say, are you true? Say what test positive for?
It's so bad. It is very bad. It is very bad. You know, say no more. Yeah. So, I'm a up and coming artist. Any other people are the ones to do music and not the sana. They always come up with negative things because when himself negative things are and then because when you do positive stuff they won't promote you, they won't they promote negative, they promote only bad, they don't promote good. A hop side because Nifani Kotrosia, of course everybody knows Nifani is my boy. In Chokotrosia, a truth be the woman. And I won't say I can't say you can't say every room or so there's a little truth about it. Fine. But Sakra, you have to, you know, contact me and I'll contact my management and be sure about it before you use it as your breaking news. You know, radio stations say can, TV stations say can. That's the only part that I dislike.
And they didn't even call you to confirm, say, hey, I'm pa, and I say,
they did nothing. They didn't call. It's only today that it was yesterday, and I'm starting some interviews about it, and then we dropped an article that I don't have any coronavirus, you know.
Tiny, you better say what clear fans was South Africa any over the world or Gold Coast Radio SC. They were so worried, but and now what clear and the immediately say Bibia Ebeto and the modern Beyonce say hopefully by next week and so you be and come more lengthy about 45 to an hour and commodity. Be sure so be kwayama and you the beginning of Tiny and now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Meaning, Bibi Apple said, Chacho, Edema, were chief for an fans are ATO and every was South Africa.
They're supporting things they won. My fans still got my back and they're not letting me down. Because of them, I'm also working hard in the studios every time. And I've dropped a new song called Heartbeats, me feature an artist from UK. His name is M Fly. So you can just go on the net and
okay.
So I want to say thank you to all the listeners. Everybody who called me to check on me, say I'm passing me. I mean, I thank everybody. But virus need any more.
And amen. We still need our Tiny live. And you know, better was it when you actually Tiny and actually on the Gold Coast Radio SA. Now or no, the able to Janice say, yeah, look at your way. Tiny has been tested positive, but what can I say? It's neither through nor the nyadia when ya lini bibia na na damfu ni funny and now on cracky joke be and I wanna know and temper what they akwakoto social media ma bloggers are far more fire so our man friend name was Hanashi and oh man kasa dia ye de be enti gusua AGM Komo. The show is still on.
Abedim Pass. Come Kofi Kenyatta. Yeah. The hustle and a pa. On your ability to I had it and that. In maybe me. He says, 1 year you man who did it. Ain't in a million, I'm ready. Dance up, make a baby, you know, I know they may be head and I'm winning yada. I'm going to win some. As you see, question, what can they mean? They did a banker or no, when you need on the phone. So the phone pack is with your phone, I want a guy, you know, this is the question. What can they mean? They did a banker or no, when you need on the phone. So the phone pack is with your phone, I want a guy.
So the former Kenya Sujafuna Wale Guide, and we're still on Gold Coast Entertainment Review Show with yours truly, Kwekuna the Spicy, the No Noise Maker. Also with Ernest Kwame Fosu, aka Watcherema, one in the studio. Ashama,
Papa.
Into Tiny Akasa, yes, let's wrap up on the Chinese issue. Niankom is V also saying music industry is very dirty. I don't know, say Uremunu and I say Unimda Dansan Urema. People are making it. Maybe you need to go dirty to make it. I don't know. Quick one on Tiny and then Akasa, you know.
You see, this comes back to clarify what I was saying. A person who was once public figure and everybody knows who this guy is. Whenever there's a news about this guy, everybody would want to jump on it. But it brings me back to the question, the realities of this whole COVID issues. Is it something that it is really out there, or is it something that people are just making news out of? Because if once again I am somebody who doesn't believe in this COVID, and then I know that okay, a celebrity said, or it's been said that a celebrity has a COVID, and then from the explanation that this guy is giving, it will always prove to me that whatever theories I've had on COVID is true. Because till now, we still don't have someone who has tested positive. So does it mean there's actually something out there called corona that is affecting people?
Tested positive, UK Prime Minister.
Did you get to speak to him to confirm that?
Not really, but he was in the news. CNN,
you
BBC,
see, one thing you must know is that you see these people, this person you just mentioned, these are not people who are inclined with social media. He probably may not even have an idea of what was going on.
Oh, are you serious?
I'm telling you. Somebody might have told him just the way somebody told Tiny that, look, this is what we're seeing on social media. And then probably we will get to hear from him and they'll be like, no, I'm not sick, I'm fine. You understand? So some of these things, like he said, people are ready to create traffic on their social media blogs. And some of these people, there was a day that I saw on Davido's page that Davido said that Chioma has tested positive. It didn't take long, I think about 2 weeks or so, he came back to say she's fine. I've also seen somebody like Idris Elba who did a video and said he has tested positive. I don't really understand what is going on. I don't really understand what is going on. Are people being paid to say they have this thing? So how come people are happy to speak about it and then other people are hiding it if they had it for real? What is really going on with this whole COVID thing? What is really going on?
What is really going on with this COVID thing? And it's Kwame Fosu and yet in kind of so quick one. Not make I would say Gold Coast Radio as say entertainment review Jumedi and our Suguswa would say this comes your way each and every Saturday between the hours of 1 to 3. Yeah, the tit bit in and around the world, bro. But then if you're Papa B, DJ Ames, he's been laid to rest today.
Okay.
Yeah. Is he somebody you know?
Well, when it comes to entertainment, I don't think, maybe it's been how many years, plus minus like about 10 years that I've been outside of Ghana. But I still have contacts with people inside the entertainment industry. DJ Ames was somebody that I worked with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Then we need to talk about him. We need to talk about him. And he's also a person. You know, I used to go to him and it got to a time when this is now and maybe he's just so energetic.
Yeah. You might be thinking, say, Charlie, or can woman kakrantin kananti you know.
Like, and he's somebody I know. Let's talk about him.
I got to work with Ames on when Castro, Screwface, and Shiloh were working on a project called Cashface.
Cashface, yeah.
Yeah, that was how I met DJ Ames. I was then working with there's a radio station in UCC. I was what is the name? To those who know UCC, the Valco Hall, there's a radio station there. Man, how come I forgot the station? I worked there for like 4 years. That was where I was doing my service. So Radio Valco.
Valco. Oh,
Radio
okay.
Valco.
Yeah.
That was the station I was working. So there was a show that Castro came on, and that was when he was releasing a song with KK Fosu back in front. So that was when I met Castro himself. So we discussed a few things, and then he hooked me up with DJ Ames. So one time when I had gone back home, I was staying in Kaswa around that time, and then DJ Ames called me and said, "Hey, look, there's something we want to do, so if we can have a meeting." So I suggested to come to town. I was like, no, let me rather come to you at home. So DJ Ames came to my house in Kaswa, and then he spoke to me about the project and what they want to do and other things. So there were a few things that they had done. I think their CD sleeves and their videos that they were working on and other things. And then at that time, there was another artist that he wanted to bring out. So while we were discussing the Cashface project, we were still talking about this new artist that he wanted to come with. So that was how me and DJ Ames clicked, and then we started working. So for I think maybe about 2, 3, 4 years, I should say, DJ Ames and I, we were having this back and forth of business going on. And well, the man is someone that I really, really, really have a lot of respect for, because he doesn't undermine anybody. He doesn't undermine anybody. He doesn't care how big or small you were in the industry at that time, because around that time I was building my fame in movies. And for him to consider driving all the way from Carnation to my place in Kaswa, I was actually shocked when he said, "Let me rather come to you." So that was how me and him, we started working together, and then we started getting to know each other. And if I must say, this guy is one of the good managers the industry has had, because the likes of Castro and Screwface were going under his belt, and how he was able to project these two artists. And then somewhere along the line, they brought in Shiloh, because they did a project, Bonsheka, before the Cashface project. Castro had done a song with Screwface and Shiloh. So DJ Ames was like, "Look, the songs that you guys did, it's like it has blown out everywhere. So why don't we come up with a project?" That was the genesis of Cashface. And Cashface was Castro, Shiloh, and Screwface. And that was how they got the title Cashface. So DJ Ames is one guy who, look, he would have my respect any day, anytime, because he knows how to spot talent, and he knows how to groom talent. He would have been, or should I say, he's the likes of, what do you call it, a Bulldog. No, Bulldog is somebody that I see working exactly like, what do you call it, DJ Ames, because he's got that listening ear. If you go to the studio and see DJ Ames arranging Castro's song, you'll be so surprised. All the hits that you hear from Castro, DJ Ames arranged almost 70 to 80% of Castro's songs. So he's someone that has really done a lot for the industry. It's only the loss of Castro, the disappearance of Castro, that we didn't get to hear DJ Ames managing, or we didn't hear him in the system again. I think he disappeared just the same time as Castro, because maybe he didn't want to move on and pick another artist to go on. He was waiting to see if his boy was going to come back, and the only news we are hearing from him from then till now is the passing of DJ Ames.
Okay, so DJ Ames, may your soul rest in perfect peace and find peace in the bosom heart of the Almighty Father Jehovah. Say, it's me Bob Rapana Dachi Bishia, me Atwanyu Jumana. So Gold Coast Radio is 26 minutes into the hour 2. We're still live on Gold Coast Radio as a Facebook, and so your honorable ubitimi ashe dia air costumina. Later it will be uploaded on YouTube. You can also watch us live on YouTube, and so you can send through your comments, and so on our Facebook wall it will be read live on the show. And I think so and the text line and as a WhatsApp line now you used to know it is +27 84 6896 372 084 6896 372. Say outside South Africa, with me in +27 846 896 you can be part of this beautiful show. Now, some read the story about so the biggest story I ever so later, and a couple of weeks and I say months in it is a comfort quad day. A beach wabadam, a bit more damn Yabeshe and also and one some etisiana. But other stories are yeah, we just spoke about a year equipping polo. One also picture or the bar bontia. So many people are saying it's nude. Others are saying no, it's fine. My guest and the say there's nothing wrong with that photo. And I think so. Miss V so has been in the news over the week. I know also kind of say music industry, and also it is a dirty place to be in the music industry, I guess all your who fiancana you can be heard. People do anything and everything to survive, and if you want to really be there, go out there and be heard, then the best thing to do is to be ready. Say obey your hufi. Sana Miss V and so aka. And me ko studio tune and so me pamfo and it's for so where you come. But answer no. Let's enjoy a song from Miss V. And then also okay, trying to get Miss V songs and then we try to play. Na fe Mako Studio 2. Na yene Ernest Kwame Fosun so atwetwe enkomo. Still loading the song for you. I don't know what's wrong with my system, but let me go to Studio 2 na fe yene Kwame eni enkomo. Kwame. They said it's a dirty place to be.
It is a dirty place to be.
Oh, what name is V again?
Papa.
Why is it a dirty place?
Well, when she says dirty, not like literally, but indirectly, I think it's literal. You have to really do things for people to be like, did you really do this? The reason why entertainment industry is a dirty place to be, especially, it is dirty for the girls.
Dirty for the girls?
Yes, because you see, it's a male-dominated world. And before you as a woman can do something to rub shoulders with the guys, you have to go beyond and above. So, and yes, in the music industry, there's always been these funny questions, especially when these female artists go on interviews. Imagine, say, Obia Bonyum will make a hit, and then a radio station will invite this female artist to come and discuss the success of the music and the hits and the blah, 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 and the business, so that you can actually push a talent, push a business, and push the career of this female artist. Then you hear questions like, who are you sleeping with to get to the top? Who did you sleep with to get this hit?
Are you sleeping with your manager?
Are you sleeping with your manager? Do you understand? So it's actually a rough place for the female artist. And so if she says it's a place where you have to do dirty, there are some women or some female artists who will do whatever it takes to get to the top.
But you know what? Before you continue on, say no. Your question, it's worth asking. Say because we hear say, untimene a male manager, or no one nanas or no one qualify. What is it? So, whoever is interviewing might ask you, what is the relationship between you and your manager?
Well,
this shouldn't be private.
It is a private issue.
A celebrity, do you have a private issue, a private life?
You can have a private life
as a celeb.
Yes.
No.
You can have. I'm not saying it's not possible. I said you can have. The fact that I haven't put out there my relationship or my intimacy with anybody out there. If you jump on it and by mistake, or let's say you come and ask me, are you sleeping with? How exactly is that supposed to help my career?
Your fans want to know who you sleep with.
Has anybody asked Shatawale or Stonebwoy or any of these male artists who are making who they're sleeping with?
They do ask them. And they'll make fun of it. Like, say, Ma, how? It's over here, stay.
No. You see that question? Say, Ma, how? That is not who you are sleeping with.
No, so they just playing around with. But later they come, there's hey, and see, I say, when you ask me sleeping plan, somebody like Abiku Santana, Abiku South. If it is only person, see, Yada, when it's my we will kill him, put anyway. But they ask.
Let me tell you something, Spicy.
It's part of stardom.
One thing that you must understand, this is something that an artist, a male artist, can go to maybe about 10 interviews, and this question might pop out maybe 2 out of 10. But when the female artists go to, like, let's say 3 or 5 interviews, this question will pop up in all these 5 interviews. And when you do this, you are undermining the females who are in the industry. So are you trying to say an artist cannot move or fly high without sleeping with anyone? Besides, who said sex or having sex with your manager or anybody is wrong? Who said that? These artists are also human beings. They've got life to live. Somebody like Borax, I don't know, for some time now, Borax guy and Wahoo. This guy has disappeared he has disappeared from the surface of this earth. Borax worked with Daddy Lumba and came up with a hit song, Asiahwe. Are you also going to be asking that did Daddy Lumba sleep with Borax before he became a star?
No, but we're talking about 2 male artists here.
Well, there are gays in Ghana. There are fly-by-nights in Ghana. So it's not something that you... Why is it that when the male artists go to interviews, they don't ask them, is your manager sleeping with you? And yes, if the managers are sleeping with the artists, what is like, I still find that so hard to believe that in this day and age, when an artist has got a song to release out there, you go there and be asking, why has anybody not called earlier in music videos, I say upon your friends?
Give me
the name. Come on. I'm not proceeding if I don't get the name. I'm not proceeding if I don't get the name.
Is that all?
Yes. I know she's one of your favorite artists. You communicate with her. Bad girl Nafisa. Thank you. Why is Nafisa not getting such questions? Who are you sleeping with? Because for her, she's made it public.
Exactly with her. Where is Uncle Nwabeka?
So why is nobody asking that question? Why is that not even in the news? Because they say sex sells and sex will put you in the news. But why is she not getting all the publications for it? Why? Because she has put it out there. Then you call Wendy Shea, who's got a hit. Wendy Shea is not my favorite artist, but I always feel so sad the way people attack her left, right, and center. Yes, the fact that she's not my favorite artist doesn't mean when she's doing something that is good, one can comment. But Wendy Shea went to I think one of the radio stations in Accra, whether it was 3FM or one of the radio stations, she literally walked out of the interview because she has a song that was trending at that time. And then you call her to interview her. Then you're asking, is she sleeping with Bullet? How many times, how many years has Wendy Shea been in the system? People have been asking this question ever since this girl resurfaced, or should I say, ever since she surfaced in the entertainment industry in Ghana. You people have been asking her these questions over and over and over again. If she wants to answer, or if she wants to tell you, yes, I'm sleeping with Bullet, what is that going to change? Is she not a woman? Is Bullet not a man? What if they are having sexual affairs? Like, I find it so hard to understand why people want to go into. That is where people are digging into your life to bring something that you don't want to make public. Wendy Shea wants to make her boobs public, so she goes on shows and then she dresses in such a way that some parts of her body that she's supposed to be hiding comes in revealing. That is what she wants to show you. But do not pick your bow and arrow and then go shoot into her life and then you start digging things that she hasn't put out there. And then very soon when you see she's pregnant, hey, Wendy Shea is pregnant. Is she not a woman?
She is a celebrity.
So
she's somebody people talk about.
Yes. So the fact that you talk about me doesn't mean you must come dig into my life. I will give you what to talk about because I am the figure here. I have to give you what to talk about, not you digging into my life. Because if you dig, yes, you'll see something. Everybody has got something in their life that they don't want anybody to know. So if you come and dig into my life and then you find something, then you go and put it out there, that is stupidity. So all these journalists and all these people who are digging and asking questions, are you sleeping with... Imagine you ask her, are you sleeping with Bullet? She says yes. And then what next? Oh, into you. Yeah, Odime. What next? And one person. You couldn't ask anything about her career. You couldn't ask anything. People are doing things on what they feel their talent can put them on that pedestal. And then all you do is to ask demeaning questions. I tweeted something on what do you call it, TikTok, I think about 2 months ago, that TikTok was the first guy who went to an interview and he was asked something about, is it Shatawale or Sarkodie? And he walked out on the interview. Now it has become a trend. Before, artists didn't know they could walk out of interview. But somebody started it. Now it has gotten to the point where you cannot invite any artist on your. In fact, these days the host, they are very careful about their questions they ask. Before, you will be locked up and you are supposed to answer that question.
Answer every question.
But now, look at what is happening between Ishon and her manager. Because she said, well, me and my manager, we've got thing going on, and now that they have a problem, most people are not even focusing on the problem that they have as artist and manager. People are rather talking about the relationship they have or they had. How is that supposed to help anything? How is that supposed to help anything? So yes, indeed, if Miss V says the industry is rough, yes, it is rough. She's a female artist. For all you know, if she wants to feature a male artist, the male artist will be demanding for sex.
Exactly what I was about to ask. The money, you want somebody to manage you, they want sex, they want this. We don't have money to pay.
Well, it is not every manager.
Yeah, some managers, some artists, some people, because
what are we supposed to be paying for here?
You featuring me.
Well, you see, one thing about this industry is that if you will meet with a lot of stupid people. You're a musician, I'm a musician. I have come to you. I want to feature you on a song. And then you charge me and I don't have money. We can trade. Okay, you know what? Let me bring this song on board.
So that's where the trading come in.
Well, must it be sexual? Why is it that when a guy goes to another guy to feature and he doesn't have money, they are able to trade and say, okay, then the song is going to belong to both of us 50-50?
Because it's male, it's same sex here, not the opposite sex.
Well, that tells you that she knows what she was talking about when she says the industry is rough. And indeed, it is rough for the female artist. Because I can say with confidence that I've worked with female artists who approached me and said, Ernest, I don't mind. Just because I want to be in your movie. And I dare anyone to come out to say that Ernest slept with me before he gave me a role in the movie. I dare anyone. I believe in talent. I know how to discover talent. But with all the female artists that I have worked with, if it wasn't shameful to say, I would have mentioned a few names who came up to me and said, look, I don't mind. But the thing is, that is not what I see from you. And anybody that you would have a sexual relationship with, don't forget that your reputation also is at stake. So now, if you sleep with an artist before you tell them that, okay, I can give you a role, it means you are indirectly killing that character, because it will get to a point where you'll not be able to get what you want from them anymore. And these artists, once you start sleeping with them, a whole lot of things start going south. So for me, I would always say that as a female artist, it is not going to be a smooth road for you. And if I won't lie, there are so many percentage out there, especially in the female industry, who will tell you, look, even to get radio interviews, some radio presenters will demand for sex before they give you interviews. Before you even play your song on TV. Look, there are so many kind of demands that comes to female artists in the industry. And I'm not saying that this is only in Ghana. The entertainment industry worldwide, so if a female artist has been able to push it to the top, now people want to know who you slept with, which contacts you have, who is the dopest. And that is why some record label like Rough Town is always in the news, because at some point something slipped and then it became public. So now, if any female, and people are asking, why is that Rough Town is not signing male artists, they're only signing female artists? You understand? Some of these things, they dent even the record, the name of the record, you know?
Okay. So, a few comments coming in. We shall still continue. This one coming from Emmanuel Amwakon Agbevi, and he says that great show. And this one coming from Skumbuzo Mbale. I wish to praise you and your good work. Grow strong. Emmanuel Amwakon Agbevi also came back and said COVID-19 is real. Okay, so let me just switch cameras so that people can see this ugly face reading the stories, and this is stuck on the screen. So once again, he says great show coming from Emmanuel Amwakon Agbevi, and then Sakumbuzo Mbali says, I wish to praise you for your good work, grow strong. Emmanuel Amwakon Agbevi also came back to say COVID-19 is real, and he is a pharmacist, so he is a front line worker. He knows what he's talking about. So I think you need to come back to apologize to the public. And that's Kwame Fosu. COVID-19 is real. The reason why many people don't want to disclose because of the stigmatization Once again, Skumbuzo Mbali says, going to post you 1,000 times. Love the station so much. Thank you, Mbali. And then also Cedric Inhale in Tahi. Okay, sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right. He says, hey, Ernest. Hey, we're not Ernest. You are misleading the public when you say there is no coronavirus. Come on, brother. The only thing that can tell people is to take care of themselves. You are speaking to Elias from Centurion at Manhattan Office Park. So that's this very building. And then this one's coming from my very own brother from the same mother. Hey, Kwamna, you disappointed me, but not your fault. It's raining in Ghana. It's a good show. Nice delivery by Ernest. Very articulate, and straight to the point. And it's coming for, so people are lashing you and people are praising you. So people are saying, please, you better come back to tell people. If you don't believe it, don't mislead the public, brother.
Well,
to what?
If I don't believe in something, it's my opinion. I didn't say people must go out there and risk themselves. I didn't say that.
So tell people what to do.
Well, if the leading, or should I say the president of a country is saying that protect yourself, common sense should even tell you to protect yourself. So if I sit here to say I don't believe in it, that doesn't mean I'm not using a hand sanitizer. That doesn't mean I'm not washing my hands. That doesn't mean I don't use a face mask. It's rather unfortunate I left my face mask in the car. But that is the order of the day. You just have to follow it. So if I am not believing in it, it still doesn't mean I shouldn't follow, because even at some places you can't even enter without a face mask. So
all places, all public places.
So whether there's COVID or not, that is the order of the day. So if I don't believe in it, I still have to follow the order of the day. So I'm not saying people must not believe in it and must not follow the order of the day. No. If I had said that, that would have been me deceiving the people. But I am telling you about my opinion, something that belongs to me, like my shirt.
But you will caution the general public to adhere to all the protocols, all the warnings and whatever precautions.
Don't skip any of them. Don't skip any of them. I'm not saying that you should skip them. No. If I had said that, then
and
that would
with
have been
the fact that you don't know anyone that knows anyone that knows anyone
that knows anyone. You see, so I'm still going to stick to that.
Wait till Corona comes knocking on your door.
I would gladly want to experience.
You come back, sit here on the same platform and tell the general public that
when AIDS came, people didn't believe.
Because still people don't believe it.
Thank you. But it has gotten to a point where people who have the AIDS are now campaigning against it. They are calling them ambassadors. Yes. So I'm not saying I should get affected before I start becoming an ambassador, but all I'm saying is that adhere to the warnings, follow the rules, and then you'll be fine. If indeed it is there, that is how you skip it. But if it is not, it still doesn't mean you must not follow the rules. So please, I am saying to the general public that I may not believe in it, but it doesn't mean you must go out there and risk yourself. No.
Should you ever test positive for coronavirus, can you come public?
I will. There's nothing to be... come on. I will. And I'll even tell people... Probably I may not know how I got it. All right? But if for some reason I go somewhere and I get this head gun tested and then I'm beyond the limit and then it gets to me that I'm sick of it, well, I'll come out and tell people that, look, probably I may even be the first person to come out and say I have it, and I'm giving heads up to the people. I will do that any day. Any day. You don't believe me?
Why not? I do believe you.
Because you're looking at me with this,
Okay, so you can still send through your comments. It can be via voice or text on WhatsApp, which is +2784 689 6372, or you can also post on our Facebook wall. Trust me, after the show you can also watch us on YouTube. That is Gold Coast Radio SA. We're still on. We were talking about celebrities, female celebrities. Miss V came out to say that the music industry, it is a dirty place to be. A fimpa, dirty place, and we're trying to break it down. We try speaking to her, but I don't know the lines in Ghana today. It's not like her, and it's been raining heavily. And you know where we're coming from. When it rains, it's either light off or bad network. So we've gotten used to it. We're here for a cry. Okay, so we were still on. So an artist, female artist, which are industry, it doesn't favor them. So those who have made it to the top, they really had it tough. I did listen to Ebony, the late Ebony, may her soul rest in peace. She says, she had it like on a silver platter. she got to the top. So there are other artists back so more brave, especially through the hands of their managers and artists or feature wanting to sleep with them and doing all sort of things with them. She had it on the silver platter. So it's not always rough as we see it. Or what do you make of this?
If it is a question, then I would say that, well,
should it always be rough? Should it always be dirty like Miss V is claiming?
Should it?
Yes.
It actually is.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I used my experience to tell you that it is actually rough.
So now, like in your case, what can I say? A man and a L5 say, please, give me a role. I'm ready to do whatever it takes.
I wish I could put their names out there. I just wish, because by doing that, it's actually wrong to do
and
that.
You didn't go for their offer?
No.
So some of these people now, where have they got into in the?
That's why I said world? I dared anybody to come out.
No, but what I'm trying to ask you is, when giving into their offer, what did you do?
There's one girl on a show on DSTV. She's been on. She was working with this couple who are powerful in the entertainment industry, the Fergusons.
Okay.
They have a show called Unmarried. There was a girl on that show. I don't want to put her name out there, but she is one of the people that maybe through God's intervention we met, and I was able to give her the opportunity to be on screen for the very, very first time. And she climbed and did her own work. She did all the hard work, and then that was how she got into the mainstream in SA. There are a few people that I've worked with. Currently, I have one guy who is in Hollywood.
Okay.
Through the 1 and 2s that we've been doing here in SA, I've got a few people that at least I was contributing to their success in the entertainment industry. So yeah, some of them have climbed the ladder. Others are still struggling here and there. But yeah, I've worked with a couple of few guys who might have gotten their first opportunity with me. And some have become producers. Some didn't even know the kind of talents they hold when they came into the industry. There's one lady who is doing one of the dopest makeups in the entertainment industry now for South Africa. She started off as an artist and she only thought acting was the only thing she could do. Until I told her that, look, being an artist, there's a risk involved. But if you discover something in the industry that a lot of people are not doing, you can position yourself there. So to her, she took to makeup. So now she's an artist who can do makeup. So now when when the company is seeking for her services, she's there either as an artist or a makeup artist. So, well, yes, the industry can be rough, and if you meet the right people, you can get the right push. So if Ebony says she didn't have it rough, I could believe her. Because some of the people that made me those offers, they've been able to climb the ladder. I don't know if as they climb, they still wanted to climb more. So they were making offers till they get to the top. Or because of one good thing they did, it opened other doors for them to get to where they are. But it still doesn't mean that some of them are not having these challenges. There are some producers who know you're very, very good, but they will still suggest that to you that, look, at least just one ranyan, So it will all depend on these artists if they take these offers or reject them. That is entirely up to them. So yeah, I do believe it's still rough out there, and I still do believe there are good people out there who are helping others to climb the ladder.
Nice one there. Okay, so time check, 31 minutes into the hour, so 3 o'clock we're saying goodbye to you, and keep your messages coming. You're still in tune and listening live to Gold Coast Radio SA. That is Gold Coast Entertainment Review with yours truly, Kweku Kunede. Call me Spicy, the no noise maker. Yes, I'm still the old Spicy you used to know way back 15 years ago doing radio back in Ghana. We're still here for you, doing it for God and country. Okay, so another big story today that we're going to talk about. This very chamber of Comfort Kwade and Neptuniatidom. We're going to talk about him. This story is not ending today. Yet it was next week. So the question we're asking today is Okomfo Kwade wa bodama nas wo more.
no simi sonny bio. Inti ya dia chesa. Ya dia me same. Brambo, you as a dear, I'm a man, bro. We have to bomb you, every really when you nice you. That then you know, and I'm the other really with you. I buy here, run 10 years, my you. Bit fat you, Kumama for you and Siko. Sika Samana, my dying dream move. Or come free, Messi Magic come free. Where we are Sika, go see that I'm into it way. Why you can see I won't go with him. Hey, one of my I'm in a giant key. Stand still in the Anna, still the animal man, starting a great and my bro, I'm a Luciano, Simi Sonny Bio, India, dear Chesa, I am a Samacomano, I am a branch, my bro, I'm a Luciano, Simi Sonny Bio, India, dear Chesa, I am a Samacomano.
Hey, and Sabede, Yakoyano, come for Quade. A few messages coming through. This one coming from Jonas in America. He says, "Is Ernest for real? Saying there is no COVID-19." Hey, Ernest, and then just walk past mama. And this one also coming from Francis from Italy. Says Ernest may be right with the COVID thing. And this one also from Jerry Ghana. It is rough. I know what Ernest is talking about. So people seem to believe, not to believe, but hey, like you rightly said, we should adhere to all the warnings and cautions and protocols and whatever we've been told to adhere to. We have to do all that. Either than that, and now we're talking about a comfort quad. So this is our very own a man who came out with a unique style.
It's Gold Coast Radio.
Okay, so I come for Quademico P1, P2, P3, P4, and this guy has style. He's unique. He's one in a million. He's somebody. He has a talent that you cannot take it from him. But as we speak, he has visited, if not 3 or 4 psychiatric hospitals, all in the name of madness. The Omo can come for Quade. Why about them way? How true can this be? I spoke to a fan of Quade. I tried reaching him, but almost Ragani in Suetono, and communication is very bad. That's why I'm extending this very conversation to next week. I would love to speak to this very guy. Our known has been following Quade from day one. Actually, he made me fall in love with the Comfort Quade. I quite remember when he bought his cassette, and your memory village, was Sport TV. Or the Bashini made him say, and he came up, I said, "Now I'm the when he was a friend of Comfort Quade, and Nechiatidom. You see, this guy is so unique to the sense that why nyabro for some or Comfort Quade, Nechiatidom. If there were other artists in the group, it be a Comfort Quade, not the Brofudimbi as or so any idea. But in this case,
what would have a Chiatidom be in
Rebel?
Rebels,
yes.
Okay.
A Chiatidom. So this guy came, and then he had his own unique styles, music, his stagecraft and everything. And then he went off the scene, according to reports, said no, he had drugs near there. And then, boom, the carrier sank. See me trust. After you better not Comfort Quade in psychiatric hospital, you hear what back. But being young back could be, and said I'm fat to say the previous one and the idea, and it's so Comfort Quade about them. When we spoke off air, I quite remember saying what kind of the opposite. But I want listeners and viewers to also hear what is happening. They are walking. They are me and say Comfort Quade, what about them and no more them. Straight up question, and then you give
before we started this topic, I was hoping we could get someone on the line, somebody who has worked in the mental institution for over 30-something years, to define what madness is before we even delved into the discussion. And it's someone.
Because hopefully next week,
Yeah,
it's a follow-up story. Yeah, we'll still try that.
So
if we don't get anybody now, we can still do it next week.
Okay. Well, that would actually make me limit what I have to say on the topic, because
go ahead.
I was hoping that we could get someone who's in the health industry to define what madness was. Then, based on that definition, I would have positioned myself well. But as to whether Komfo Kwade is mad or not, well, there's no doubt about it, because I heard you also say that Obisi, we don't understand him. So I wonder what Kwade is delivering that the entire population of Ghana doesn't understand. And if you are in a group of 10 or 20 and you are the only person going left when everybody is going right, it is not a time for you to say, don't follow the crowd and do what everybody is doing. That is not the situation. We are talking something health-wise. The news that came out, before somebody will bring the news out that Okomfo Kwade Wabodam, it's that from one person who would witness his change of attitude, that he is doing things that a normal person shouldn't do on a normal day. And then the person would witness him do a few things that can tell that no, this thing is not right. There's a few, or should I say, there are few things, videos especially, that I have seen on Okomfo Kwade, where he was on camera, but whatever he was saying was like almost, this guy doesn't even understand the question.
It's because you don't understand him.
Well, look, there's a difference between we having a conversation or me saying something that you don't understand that I have to come back to clarify. All right, we've been having a discussion for maybe about an hour, if not more. I don't think there was something that I said that didn't make sense to you that you didn't come back to ask that I have to rectify. So let's just say, as we sit here, you just made mention tiny when you're coronavirus. Then I start telling you how coronavirus is almost like HIV, and I'm actually trying to convince you that it's HIV, that we've given it a new name to make it sound like it's called COVID. And then while I'm still trying to convince you that COVID, it's HIV positive, I'm telling you it's leprosy, you know. And then in between the conversation, I'm trying to tell you that if you have COVID, it's fine. Everybody must have COVID. That is the new world order. You know, those are the things that you can tell that this guy is not in the right frame of mind. So I've watched an interview where Kwade went to Adum FM, and then in the middle of the conversation, he got angry just because they asked him, have you won an award? And then he started telling us about Terry Bonchaka, and then he started talking about Susie Williams. You know, in the beginning when he started talking about that, I thought he was trying to make references to something that would answer the question, have you ever won an award? All right. And then all of a sudden was like, you people, you don't take me serious. And then he flared up, he got up. I was still trying to make sense of the action. All right. Then he started leaving. You understand? Maybe something like that. I would feel like, okay, he got offended by the fact that he's done a whole lot of hit songs, and year in, year out, he was never recognized. So that particular subject got him off edge. You understand? But this same person, on the same day, even in the same clothes that I watched him on YouTube when he was being interviewed on Adom FM.
By Ohima. Is it one?
I think it was a guy.
Oh, okay.
It was a guy. And in that same dressing, I think there was a video of him being interviewed with, I think it's Joy FM, because the microphone had the Joy FM thingy on it. So I don't know whether it's Joy News or Joy Entertainment, but it's Joy. And then they were asking him about his comeback, and then was like, where did I go?
Exactly.
I've been here all the time. So at some point, if you've been watching interviews of Okomfo Kwade at that time, you might actually believe that people don't understand him. Okay? But whether he's mad or not, that is why I was saying that we needed this person in the medical field to explain to us what madness is.
Yeah.
Then,
so you wanting to speak to a medical person? What do you say? Literally, you baby say, "Okwasia ohi." Onimu dokuna abin kwampo die say dokun onu ana say toashia to the abin. Exactly. So apart from the medical aspects, you know, yenya medical doctor bia or no any much about psychiatric ones and someone yenchimra on our level. You telling me say with the interview you watched, the way he carried himself about in maybe a year, no? Do you understand that? No,
Okomfo, when I was working at Radio Valco, somewhere 2006, 2005, 2006. That was when his first issue of Madness came up. And then when he was interviewed, he was like, "My madam miti pai me kakra." You understand? That was him trying to fuse. Okomfo Kwade is a comedian.
Yeah.
If you understand him
And a
very well,
storyteller.
and a storyteller.
Yeah.
He calls his music Anwinsem, because all his songs, he is not actually rapping. He's telling a story. So Okomfo's style is not the usual rap that we all know. He's a storyteller. Storyteller, and he tells his story in a funny way. That should tell you that this guy has got a lot of sense of humor. You understand? So when he was asked, Okomfo obodam, I said, "My mother na miti pai me kakra." You understand? That is someone who is trying to indirectly tell you that yes, I did get some sort of sickness in the head. Do you understand? Etipaye wo yare, edam yare. So they are saying to okaso miti pai me kakra. Indirectly, he's trying to let you know that yes, I've had some series of issues with my head. And then I think that was when he came up with the song Mose Mabodam. I fake crying and Mabodam. Oh, you know me say Mabodam. That was when he came back from the first time when the news came out that he lost it. So he came out with the song, and around that time Ohinijan of OM Studios was the one that took the song and tried to promote the song. It didn't take long, and then he relapsed again. Okay, he went Okoshemua Obabak Onesa Kodie Beyanyum. Look, this guy has been battling something. Do you understand?
Don't you think family and friends now imposed there's something on him? If they have left him to live his life. Let me give a typical example. Obiti say One Love Kobolo.
Yeah.
Waiting the naka wadam for.
That was, look, obitimi ya adie anini daho. Washeda. Ya adie ateme ne ho obodam for. Somebody came out with that term abodam. Kwakesi came out with the term abodam. Thank you. And with him, he was performing an act of Obi Abodam. I worked with Kwakesi for like 2 years. I was at that time, these days I'm a personal blogger. At that time, I would follow him to all the shows he did. I would record and then put it on social media. Those days it used to be YouTube. So I was working with him whenever he goes to places to go and do shows. He literally sits down to plan the crazy things he was going to do at each and every show. Kwakesi was one of the shy guys, quiet guys that you would ever think of. But when he climbs on that stage, it's as if he won a drobonibi. He changes. Yes, he smokes weed, he drinks alcohol, but he's a very shy guy. But the Kwakesi full stager, he's a different person. All because watemene ho abodam. Once Kwakesi otimi ye dreadlocks are no twa. Or ye dreadlocks are no twa. Because in Ghana no majority of ye abodam for no was dreadlocks. So that was the image Kwakesi used to portray as abodam, mabodam. And everything that he did as a musician on the stage was depicting somebody who's of course. But he will sing his song, and his drama that he puts up is just telling you that wabodam. Okomfo Kwade was a unique artist like any other artist who has got talent to exhibit. But behind the scenes where nobody knew him, that was where he was fighting his demons off the hook when it comes to the mind. So yes, I would say that I do believe that he's suffering from something. And until that thing is being proven, say a madness and I say a damno, I would say yes, he's acting out of the ordinary. What he's doing is not what an everyday person would do.
Because he's different. Now they spoke to the mother and it's like, he had like 3-4 cars, and the mother was like, oh, made okay, you call party about MBM, and he doesn't care. That's how he lost all his cars. He built the mother, I think 2-3 bedrooms. There's a large portion of plot to be a cow. He doesn't even care. He sleeps in the shacks. Say Kruma because the shacks with the friends and all that. That's how. So based on that, and I'm just about them because more than how will you leave your home and go and sleep at such places? But now I'm coming, maybe. Now we have people who live their life like that. But Malison Niska. When they interviewed him about money, he told the or catch whoever was interviewing say, in the life no.
I've seen that interview.
Exactly. So
what do you define as riches?
Exactly.
That is his question to the guy who asked him the question.
Good.
And who told you Bob Marley is?
What did no? He was money himself. Everything he touches turns to gold.
Thank you.
Everything, but or the heading.
But one thing you must know is that
even though what he does is money, no, he didn't live for money. Like you know, he was unique. Bob Marley,
it's still selling.
Bob
Bob Marley songs are still selling.
What you
like
say?
Michael Jackson, they are still selling. They are hot cakes.
What do you do with that money?
Okay,
That's him.
That is what I wanted to come to. You see, there are some people who never had anything when they were growing up. So when they achieve something, they want to share. All right. There are people that I have been with where they see people on the street who are not wearing good clothes. They take off near Shewam. And I can give you a name, Pastor Adams in Pretoria North. That man in church, Timiji, a whole tithe offering. No offering.
So let's do justice to our viewers and listeners. This one coming from Obed Owusu. It is Ernest, your submission. Can we just conclude that John the Baptist was mad? What you cannot hear? He's asking, say, young conclude say John the Baptist no about that man. You know how he lived his life. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Wow. And then this one coming from Emmanuel Amwaku Agbavi. Okay, on one sending me emoji be oponko baku born in no. And Obed came back to say John the Baptist no more than he was a philosopher.
Okay.
So the way John the Baptist remember he lived on grass, weed, say weed and minimum. Sorry. What do you say? So he's asking you, John the Baptist, no about them. Okay.
So no about them. Where cry you might ask, like we will end up shifting the whole subject because I would have said some parts of the Bible says Nyankopon or Fania saying no the ashen when into nipa na wa bodam.
No, he's asking you the way he lived his life. Can we conclude say John the Baptist was a madman?
I can't conclude on that. I can't say he was a madman. I would say
but if we are concluding on Kwade,
that's why I keep saying until the definition of madness is being given by somebody in the health working industry, I would never say Kwade Abodam. Yes, I might have my doubts about his behavior because
he's acting like one.
Yes, when Kwade came into the industry, that everybody knew him. That was what he did from the beginning of his career there. We would accept. But now let's look at physicalities. When last did we see Kwade? The recent pictures of Kwade that surfaced, this guy is not in a good health condition. So to say, Neswati, Wayebasa, like the Okonfo Kwade we know, is not the same Okonfo. And Adam way, it is not a 24-hour thing, It comes even in a day, and it's me, baby, 2-3 times. You go off course and then you come back. You go off course, then you come back. And Tino Sinka, the person we were trying to talk to, she has worked in Accra Psychiatric Hospital for about 30-something years. And I grew up around that area. When you go into Accra Psychiatric Hospital, there are so many wards of mad people. Some are in a special ward and those people are never coming back. Some are in wards that they relapse and then they regain their conscience and then they relapse and then so it is possible so be bodam one and ya dia wa bodam 24/7 even ya wa bodam 24/7 at some point no ni ba ne ho so o twakwa ko mo beduane because when say ka na ba ne bebo no but yes wa bodam entino edambo no it is not edambo is a yare it's like your everyday malaria, cholera and everything but on a high grade level obi o yare bia no man aduane a woni otimika just na ni ato. But obi anadwin adwuma no will not consider what you are giving them as food. They will end up eating things that a normal person will not eat on a daily basis. And sometimes the actions and the words these people put out there, that is what tells you that this guy is derailed. That was why I was giving you the example of me telling you, say, COVID is just another name of HIV. So what I say, and you know, and maybe a normal person like you and I will not do on a normal, like everyday thing. So what I say, and you know, say obi ya dia a questionable. At that moment, you ask yourself, what is going on in their head? So what I say, and every action that we take, is organized here in the head. When it's organized here in the head, it processes it to the body, and then the body puts out the action. So whatever you see is what has been processed in the head. And if it wasn't in the right processing, that is where the action looks a little bit funny. Yes, oyare. Yes, oyare.
And on so many stages, no, one can say more than so and telling people to arrest him, take him to psychiatric hospital.
If we had spoken to this person we're trying to get hold of, they would have told you, Obi anyone psychiatric hospital for the first time or admitted about them. No one. And me, I witnessed a few people who got beat before they just calmed down, because they are violent, they are ready to fight. Almost this violence in them. So I say, because at that time, I don't feel say or more than all for no. I also feel say no, Charlie, you are wouldn't no feel say Charlie, he's being violent. I also feel say you are trying to capture me and put me in a situation that I am not, so I fight back. That is how they end up getting.
But do you believe
that Okonfo Kwade Wabodam?
No. Say Okonfo Kwade is unique compared to other artists.
It's no uniqueness here.
Also, that uniqueness no cry na eman bodam.
Yeah. Okonfo Kwade.
At what point in time do you realize Okonfo Kwade bodam? Because from day one, look at the way he came. His stagecraft, the music videos with Bodia on stage, on music videos, and the way he sang his songs, and other artists will be rapping other artists will be rapping where he whereby he comes and say what I see, the opposite of the ordinary. At that point, when was Wabodam? At what point in time do you realize Okonfo Kwade Abodam?
That's why I said at some point that a Dambono is not a 24/7 thing. So it's not a 24/7 thing. It comes and then it goes. And at the point where he was okay, he performs the way Okonfo Kwade must perform. And then at the times where he relapsed, that is where we don't see him in the public. So and so the people that are with him in that confined time, those are the people that bring the news out that, hey, Charlie, Okonfo Kwade wa say, Okonfo Kwade akoda hanum, Okonfo Kwade akoye say. And when you are growing your celebrity status, you get to a point where certain things you don't do publicly. The moment you start doing certain things publicly, that is where now people start questioning your kind of your mental agony. And in this Okonfo Kwade that we know is a musician, and his stagecraft, the uniqueness of his stagecraft only happens when he's on stage. And now we see somebody away with the mansion, and then he leaves the mansion to go and sleep in the shack. Like you said, what actually is going on in his head for him to not see his home as a home, and rather
he doesn't feel comfortable there.
When is he here?
He doesn't feel comfortable there. He needs to be in the bush so he can meditate. Like
after meditation, where does he go?
He sleeps, and he feels comfortable, or that's what diaper when he sleeps in the shack.
Spicy. Until you speak with somebody who understands this mental medication issues.
Okay, so before we wrap up, we've got about 5 minutes to go, then wrap up the whole topic. My last question, is said doctor says so, no control say, Ernest, the way you drive, the way you talk, the way you eat, the way you carry yourself about. Suku na me kwa nature say when you mentally sound, wabadam. Ebi angro hunye fi. But I foresee compared to school na me kwa me experience ame wono. Such a person or ye no matter say wono wabadam. How are
you referring directly to me?
Yeah, Dr. Sinel, to a nice man, I'll stop mission on point near the but obi suku or kwa no be no course or year and the experience one says such a person or carrying the home to say their way is considered as a mad person. So who Ernest wabadam?
So then that means a whole lot of people abodam we are saying.
Exactly.
Okay. In that case, Nipakonoma submissions has to be checked. Because you can tell me, say, your education, everything that you've learned in the medical
with you,
industry.
you see yourself as a normal person.
No.
If you be close to school, by say, oh no, that's what the end of
no, sir, I haven't gotten there yet.
No, I mean, as you what to where come you. But obi course obi says when say what about. How will you take that?
First of all, I'm that guy that doesn't challenge a lot of things when it comes to me personally. So because for all I know, I could be doing something I'm not even aware of. So they say, you won't conform with that no more kasakasa. Also, now catching say, oh, now kasakasa, they might not believe you. But I am that type of person. When you tell me things, I want to be sure. Maybe I'm not doing things out of the ordinary. Okay. So if you told me, say, Charlie, let me use a personal thing that happened to me. Something happened to me personally. And at some point, I had to tell a friend that was very, very close to me that, Charlie, should you ever see I'm doing something that is out of the ordinary, please draw me back. Because that person knew I was in a particular state, which I knew that in the state that I am, with a lot of people that I've spoken to, they used to tell me that, look, this thing that you're going through, people have died through it. People have derailed out of it. People have had 1, 2, 3. So at the subconscious of my own thinking, I had to tell the people around me that, Chief, should you ever see I'm misbehaving or doing things that you know that the Ernest I know wouldn't do, please draw me back. So if somebody should tell me, say, Ernest, why you say, I will not doubt, I would believe, because I have gone through a period of things that should have made me go crazy. So probably at that time, maybe true. Because a Dumbo, it doesn't start one day. And knowing very well, I've gone through personal things that could lead to that. I'm even suspecting, say, we'll catch them. Probably you matter. Yeah.
Ernest, let's do this. There is a voice note that came through. Let's listen to it and then wrap up the show.
Good morning, Gold Coast Radio. There's this thing that I want to say. I want to be part of the program. I want to be part of the topic. You are discussing about Okomfo Kwade, and it is, you see, sometimes people choose to live certain lifestyles that we do not understand. And we might presume, say, Omo Adwenye Juma Ana Oma Bodam. The founder of Christianity, Jesus Christ, is an example. People did not understand him, especially the Pharisees and the scribes and those early Christians most of them did not understand Jesus Christ. In fact, there were times when they thought, say, now we cried you free. For the fact that society doesn't understand you, you'll be tagged in a certain way. Buddha Gautama, the founder of the Buddhist tradition, also was a victim of such a thing. Muhammad, John the Baptist, Bob Marley himself, and so many people.
Oh, okay. I think I lost him. Let me continue.
Was a victim of such a thing. Muhammad, John the Baptist, Bob Marley himself, and so many people. Society has branded Okomfo Kwade a madman. Near the Nakoshe Hospital, near one near the Naba. We expect him to live the way we want him to live, and if he doesn't live that way, we say he's mad. Kwade more them. Yenyano now near the oye. Yen near the Abodam no Atonoso, or no dear more them. John the Baptist, not in Europe. And one and all way. At the Aniben Papa Ben and Odi, at the Papa Ben and Oshe. He lived a bushman. And yet, I don't know about Jesus Christ. People decide to forgo riches and live natural lives the way they want to live. And when people do that, society tag them as mad people. Mental home, expecting them to behave the way we want them to behave. But they are not bad people. If we say Kwade is mad, then we cannot as well say Jesus Christ was mad. John the Baptist was mad. Muhammad was mad. Buddha Gautama was mad. Krishna, the founder of the Krishna consciousness, was mad. They all lived above riches. They did not care about what their physical things. All they cared about was how to impact on society. Just
Okay, let's wrap up quickly. The uncle. It's still quite a more.
I may be having my doubts in his actions, and I may believe at some point that he's being forced into something. But whatever the issue is, it is only the medical reports that can prove him whether mad or not.
Okay, so all the topics, COVID-19, once and some, and I think so. Yeah. There now can want some.
I'll
Miss V say the gym industry is a dirty place to be. Yeah. RTP awards so now can become some, but time is fast spent. Emery in Yafa, and also hopefully next week any market but you can come on and so you can want some. Quick one, yeah, sorry so.
Yes, which one did I even start with? I was going to speak about the industry that was a why then. I will still stand by my words and say yes, it is a dirty place, and female or a lot of people had to do things to survive. And if you look at what Ekuapem Polo is doing, it's an example. And you know, people had to do what they had to do to survive the industry. That is how tough it is. So I would say that it is a tough place to be, especially if you're a woman. So if you are a woman and you want to get into the industry, be prepared to go crazy, and be prepared to submit to a lot of crazy stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I see Bebre and it's Kwame Fusu and yet in Kanaha, your Gold Coast Radio SC. And the show you listen to is Gold Coast Entertainment Review. Comes your way each and every Saturday between 1 and 3. That's how we wrap up the show for today. Thanks so much for being part. Wow, the comments be say Facebook, WhatsApp voice notes. People are still online watching and this way the show end. But you can watch the whole show on YouTube. Gold Coast Radio SA will be uploaded soon, and then you can watch and view to it. Meeting Edit Kwekukunedu, call me Spicy the No Noise Maker. My guest today was Ernest Kwame Fusu, aka Ochema One. The party begins. Yapong Yakramo.